Hello everyone. Today, I happened to be out for a walk and came across a pile of orchids that people had already discarded after using them. Many people think the plant is worthless when the flowers wither, but for those who understand orchids just by looking at the leaves and roots, they can tell if the plant can still be saved. Look closely. The leaves and roots of this plant are still green, meaning there is still life left. After the flowers wither and people throw them away, I will bring these plants with hope back to my garden. And in this video, I will guide you step by step on how to save and revive these seemingly discarded orchids so they can restore their roots, sprout new shoots, and continue to grow healthy. In the next section, I want you to observe very carefully. Looking at them from the outside, the leaves are wilted and wrinkled, and many people would immediately think the plant is completely ruined. But for experienced orchid growers, just looking at the leaves is not enough to conclude. The important thing is that we must dedicate time, put our heart and soul into it, and use the correct techniques. Then the orchid still has a chance to revive. As you can see, the flower stalks have dried, a sign that the plant has been exhausted after a period of flowering, but that doesn't mean the plant is dead. Next, we will remove all the growing medium. Only then will we see clearly. The root system is partly dry, some roots are damaged, but there are still some roots that can be saved. Next, we begin the most important step, pruning and cleaning the plant. I will use scissors to cut off any damaged, rotten, or dry roots completely, leaving no part behind. This frees up energy, allowing the plant to focus on growing healthier new roots. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you as a companion on this journey. We will also remove any withered, shriveled leaves and faded flower stalks. These stalks no longer contribute to growth and only weaken the plant further. As you can see, the flower stalks are dry and have lost all their nutrients. Keeping them will only weaken the plant further. After cutting the roots and flower stalks, I will remove any remaining moss, plaque, and mold from the base and roots. These are breeding grounds for fungal diseases. If not cleaned, the plant will have difficulty recovering. Besides English, we now have voiceovers in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on the settings gear icon to select the appropriate audio language. The next step is extremely important to remove some of the mold and help the plant awaken its root system. Next, I will use clean water to rinse the entire plant, especially the leaves and roots, where dirt and mold tend to accumulate the most. This is a mandatory step. If done correctly, the plant will stabilize and be ready to revive. First, I spray each leaf to wash away the dirt, grime, and fungal spores. Then, I use a soft cotton pad to carefully wipe both the top and bottom surfaces of the leaves until they are completely clean, free of slime and mold spots. Which country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. It's wonderful that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. Next, I spray directly onto the base of the orchid. This is where dirt, moss, and mold often remain. A moderately strong spray will dislodge them and wash them away. This step helps to keep the base of the orchid well ventilated, minimizing the risk of reinfection. Thus, we have thoroughly cleaned the entire orchid. The plant is now less burdened by disease, cleaned from leaf to root. Next, I used cinnamon powder, a simple yet extremely valuable material in orchid care and treatment. I only needed 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder possesses strong natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, while also stimulating faster drying and wound healing. Next, I added 500 milliliters of warm water to the prepared container. Warm water helps release the active ingredients in the cinnamon powder more quickly and evenly, maximizing its antibacterial and antifungal properties. Then, I stirred until the cinnamon powder was completely dissolved. The water turned a uniform color and there were no lumps. Next, I closed the lid and placed the solution in a cool, well-ventilated place, away from direct sunlight. We will let it steep for exactly 1 hour. After exactly 1 hour of incubation, our cinnamon solution has reached its ideal state. At this point, the active ingredients in cinnamon have completely permeated and dissolved into the water. The cinnamon scent is mild, and the water has a uniform color. This is a sign that the solution is ready for use. Next, proceed to strain and filter out all the sediment. This step is extremely important, because any remaining cinnamon residue can stick to the roots, causing blockage and reducing the orchid's ability to breathe. Thus, we have obtained a pure, safe, and highly effective cinnamon water solution, ready to be used for disinfection, wound protection, and to help orchids recover quickly. Next, I will add exactly 500 milliliters of clean filtered water to the solution to dilute it. Diluting isn't about adding too much or too vigorously, but rather about bringing the nutrient concentration to a safe level, allowing the orchid to easily absorb them without shocking the roots or burning the young tissue. Then, we place the entire orchid plant from the base and roots to the leaves into the container and immerse it completely in the cinnamon water solution. This full immersion helps eliminate any remaining mold, dries out any wounds, and stimulates the plant to quickly regain its vitality. This is the fundamental step that determines whether the orchid will recover quickly or not, because treating the disease from the beginning ensures that subsequent care steps are maximally effective. The soak-in time is approximately 30 minutes, no faster and no longer. Next, we'll use an aloe vera leaf. Aloe vera is an extremely valuable ingredient in orchid care, as it contains vitamin C, vitamin E, and many bioactive compounds that stimulate cell regeneration, repair damaged tissue, and promote faster root growth. Then, I slice the aloe vera into small pieces so that when used, the nutrients are released to the maximum extent, allowing the orchid to absorb them quickly and effectively. On the Blissful Garden channel, you can also find many ways to make homemade organic fertilizers from familiar kitchen ingredients. These are not only cost-effective but also help plants grow sustainably. Next, we prepare a clean container. Then, I use a ladle to scoop the chopped aloe vera into the container. This aloe vera will create a natural nutrient source that helps the orchid recover damaged tissue, stimulate root growth, and strengthen the plant from within. Next, we add about 500 milliliters of clean filtered water. Then, I use a blender to blend all the prepared aloe vera until smooth. Blend it very finely, so that the aloe vera gel is completely broken down, releasing the maximum amount of vitamins, enzymes, and growth stimulants. Next, I prepared a clean container and proceeded to filter out all the sediment. This filtering is very important because if any aloe vera sediment remains when spraying or watering the orchid roots, it can easily clog the respiratory pores, slowing the plant's recovery or even having a counterproductive effect. After filtering, you can see that the aloe vera solution is clear, smooth, and completely clean. Next, I will add honey to this solution. Specifically, just half a teaspoon of pure honey is enough, no more. Honey has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, and also provides a source of bioenergy that stimulates new roots, regenerates tissue, and helps the orchid to thrive faster. We add 500 milliliters of clean filtered water. Then, stir gently, without shaking vigorously, to allow the nutrients to dissolve completely in the water. Next, let the solution rest for about 15 minutes. After soaking for 30 minutes, gently lift the orchid out. By this point, the solution has clearly demonstrated its antibacterial and antifungal effects, providing another deep cleaning of the plant. Next, I use a soft cotton pad to gently wipe the entire stem and leaves, especially the leaf crevices and axils. These are the places where mold and bacteria most often hide. When wiped correctly, any remaining mold will be completely removed, preventing it from clinging to the plant. Afterward, remove the plant, ensuring it is thoroughly clean, and check each joint and each dormant area of the shoots and roots. Once the plant is clean, dry, and well ventilated, this is a crucial foundation for the orchid's rapid recovery, new root growth, and stable development in the future. Next, prepare a clean container and pour all the filtered aloe vera juice into it. At this point, you have a natural nutrient solution rich in vitamins, which helps restore leaf tissue and stimulates strong regeneration in orchids. Once the solution is ready, I place the orchid in it, ensuring that all leaves, stems, and roots are in contact with the aloe vera juice. We soak the entire plant in the container for about 25 minutes. This is the ideal time for nutrients to penetrate deep into each leaf cell. After soaking for 25 minutes, you'll clearly see that the orchid leaves have begun to absorb the nutrients. The solution isn't just on the surface, it penetrates deep into each cell groove and capillary of the orchid leaf. This process helps the plant recover water and energy naturally, without shock or forced intervention. Observe carefully, and you'll notice the leaves are much fresher. The green color is becoming darker and more even, and the wrinkles are significantly reduced. This is a sign that the plant has drank enough water and is recovering from within. I prepared a clean container, then placed the entire orchid root system inside. Immediately after, I poured the prepared aloe vera nutrient solution into the container, ensuring the water level completely covered the roots, but not touching the leaf base. The purpose of this step is to allow the orchid roots to come into direct contact with the nutrients, thereby naturally absorbing, storing, and regenerating root cells. I soaked them for about 25 minutes, no shorter, to allow the roots to absorb enough nutrients without becoming waterlogged. In the next step, after soaking the orchid roots in the nutrient solution, I gently lifted the plant out and let it air dry. At this point, if you observe carefully, you will see that their root tips have begun to open up, meaning their roots are actively seeking and absorbing nutrients. This is a very clear sign of recovery. Healthy root tips will gradually turn a vibrant green. The roots will be firm and no longer dry or dull. Not only the roots, but the leaves also begin to change. The green color returns more clearly, the leaf surface is firmer, and the wrinkles gradually decrease. Moving on to the next step, we begin replanting the orchid. This is a crucial step that determines whether the plant will thrive. I will transplant the orchid into a pot with plenty of drainage holes. ensuring quick drainage and preventing waterlogging, which can lead to root rot later on. The growing medium used is pine bark, and it's very important to note the pine bark must be thoroughly cleaned before planting, combined with a little moss to retain just the right amount of moisture. Next, I fill in the base of the plant with shredded pine bark, not compressing it tightly, allowing the growing medium to naturally embrace the roots, creating space for respiration and growth. Shredded pine bark is environmentally friendly, clean, and airy, helping the roots to quickly establish themselves and providing excellent drainage, a vital factor for orchids. Finally, I gently tap around the sides of the pot to help the pine bark settle evenly, keeping the plant stable while maintaining good aeration. So, we have successfully planted the orchid using the correct technique. In the next section, I will guide you on how to position the pot, water, and care for the plant after planting to ensure rapid root growth and long-term stability. Don't miss this step. Next, I will cover the surface of the pot with a layer of moss to retain moisture. This moss isn't just for aesthetics, but its purpose is to maintain stable moisture for the young roots, minimize shock after planting, and help the plant adapt more quickly to its new environment. The moss will act as a biological cushion, preventing the orchid's roots from drying out suddenly, which is especially important in the initial recovery period. At this point, we have completed the planting process. During this time, we only use clean water, filtered water, without adding any impurities. Every 3 days, I will lightly mist the leaves with clean filtered water to keep them moist, preventing dehydration and post-planting shock. Mist just enough to keep the soil moist, avoiding waterlogging at the leaf tips or axils. As for nutrient solution and fertilizer, absolutely do not use them frequently. Only after 14 days, at most twice a month, should you mist and lightly water the roots to supplement nutrients. Next, we water directly at the base and root system to maintain stable moisture levels, preventing the young roots from drying out, allowing the plant to quickly recover and stand upright. At this stage, the plant's location is extremely important. I will move the orchid pot to the garden, placing it in a shady, well-ventilated area with gentle breezes and diffuse light. The light should be just enough for photosynthesis. Absolutely avoid direct harsh sunlight. After exactly 3 weeks, you can clearly see the results. The orchid has completely The leaves, previously wrinkled and weak, have now turned a deep green, with a shinier surface and are thicker and firmer. This is a sign that the plant has stabilized and returned to its normal growth rhythm. Now let's examine the roots. Looking closely, you'll see that the main roots are developing very healthily with new, strong, thick, and vibrant green root tips, indicating that the plant is absorbing nutrients well and beginning to nourish itself. Once the root system is healthy, the plant's recovery is only a matter of time. From roots to leaves, the entire plant is returned to a balanced state, no longer weakened as it was initially. An orchid that seemed discarded and worthless, with proper care, patience, and the right procedures, can be completely revived. From this stage onwards, we will move on to the next cycle of care and fertilization to ensure sustainable plant growth and prepare for the flowering stage. Next, we continue to make fertilizer for orchids according to the formula shared above, combining aloe vera and honey. This is a natural nutrient combination that strongly stimulates root growth, nourishes leaves, and restores vitality to the plant. I prepare the spray bottle, add the aloe vera honey solution, and proceed to spray the orchids. When spraying, we lightly mist the leaves. The upper surface of the leaves is cleaned of dust and dirt, allowing for better photosynthesis. The underside of the leaves is cleaned of mold, and the stomata open, helping the plant absorb nutrients faster and more deeply. With this care process, you should maintain it every 2 weeks, or twice a month is sufficient. On normal days, simply mist the orchid with clean filtered water once every 3 days to maintain moisture. Absolutely avoid over. Next, we water directly at the base in the entire growing medium, allowing the nutrient solution to penetrate deep into the roots. Once the roots have absorbed enough nutrients, the orchid will pump those nutrients back up to the stem and leaves, resulting in stronger growth, faster recovery, and significantly improved stability. After watering, I soak the entire pot for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we lift the pot, let it drain, rearrange the roots neatly, and return the plant to its original location in the garden, a shady, well-ventilated area with gentle light. After exactly 1 month of care, our orchid is recovered remarkably. The previously wrinkled, weak leaves are now green again, fuller, shinier, thicker, and healthier. In particular, new shoots are sprouting vigorously, plump, even full of vitality. This is the clearest sign that the plant has passed the critical stage. Now, let's check the roots. You will see that the root system is developing very healthily, with new roots extending far out of the pot, their tips green and translucent, indicating that the plant is absorbing nutrients well and its growth is stable. The lower basal leaves may not be fully developed yet, still slightly wrinkled. This is normal. Because the basal leaves prioritize nourishing the stem and roots, the recovery time will be a little slower. Once the roots are healthy, the leaves are healthy, and the shoots are developing evenly, this orchid will soon enter the flowering stage. Bright, clean, lush green leaves, a strong, healthy plant. These are the foundations for a vibrant and long-lasting flowering season. With regular, proper care and dedication, the orchid will thrive in its natural environment, develop steadily. Its leaves will cover the garden, its roots will spread abundantly, and it will flower year-round. I hope this video helps you better care for your orchids at home. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more simple and natural orchid care tips.